What is going on, guys? Today we are looking at the 87 times 10. Straight into it, we're basically going to be showing you how to craft these as much as possible. Obviously this is the very first one. I'm so ecstatic that these are an actual thing. Belgium striker, it's going to be big boy Lukaku, and honestly these look like they have incredible potential. First one straight up is a 96, and I've been seeing a couple of them, and a lot of them have some very good cards behind, so I'll absolutely take a 96 to begin with. We don't have him. Okay, oh, and Kimmich as well, look at this. So, not 187 and then 288s. We've got an 89, 87, 88, 96, 96, 89, 89, 92. So, let's just double check any of these are tradable. A lot of these won't be because obviously I have been grinding the 85 times 10 plus obviously the icon packs. And these have got the perfect capability to re-rinse. So realistically what you want to be doing is, I normally have a rule of thumb of keeping one, and then obviously you can re-rinse, because then you've got 9 players to put into 5 SBCs for these. And the best thing about this SBC is there's no 11 rares, so that's going to be very interesting to see how to grind it. So if we look at the SBC, we've got 5 to go. Obviously we still have the player picks, which are there till Friday, and we have this for another 6 days. So what you've got to give up is an 80 rated, 81, 82, 83 and 84. Obviously the 85 times 10 was 85, 82, 80 and a full 11 rare. And I would argue that the full 11 rare was the worst thing to have, because we didn't have anything to grant the rares. The best thing about these SBCs is we have stuff to get. So if we got 9 cards that we didn't want to use, or we wanted to give up, say we didn't get an Mbappe and Neymar in the same pack, we then can split that across 5. Realistically the 80 can be quite easy anyway, and obviously the lowest rating we're getting is 87. Luckily for me we only got 1 of them in the SBC, so straight off the bat we're looking, what can we use in this? The best thing to do is commons are your friend. I would suggest that you do have a little bit of coins to start this, or go and do some drafts. Whatever way you can make coins right now is kind of like the best way to do this. And then what we want to be doing is the first 2 SBCs, which is the 84 and the 83, are the only 2 that actually need a team of the season. So straight off the bat, we've got a lot of cards in the club anyway, due to, like I say, all of the icon swaps and all that good stuff. But we have got obviously duplicates from this that we can use. So for instance, Kimmich is number 1. We've got a 96 there. Just think about that. That's a 96 for an 84 rated SBC. We then have an 89 that we need to get rid of. So I'm going to try and test it and see what we can get from there. So as you can see, we have a lot of cards. We then use whatever commons we've got, because obviously we've purchased a few just to see what we can get from them. And obviously these are going to be the kind of the bulk of what you're using in these SBCs. And just appreciate how quick the Xbox Series S menus are. This is genuinely incredible for me. For SBCs this is perfect. So for instance, we've used 2 cards out of the 9 just to get to 82. That is incredible. So then, for instance, we want to look at Luke Shaw. Because this is the most expensive, I'm expected to use the most amount of cards. And obviously, as we do go further into it, we are going to use lower and lower rated cards. So for instance, if we go for you here, that's an 83. And then you can either go ahead and whack an extra card in, maybe you've got some rares, or obviously you can go ahead and go back and put in any of the cards from the packs you get from the SBCs. So for instance, we look at, say, a 79 and 80, because we can use the rares in these as well, which is always perfect, because obviously there is not a full 11 rare team. So there we go, easy as that. You can go and get a common if you really wanted to, but we are going to use it like this, and you do need 45 chem. Again, it shouldn't be too difficult to get that chem. I've just got to figure out who links where. We've got Mexican, Italian, German. So the Italian and the Italian will link. So if we put... No, that's not going to work like that. Let's put him like that. That's okay. We may have to just jig this round a little bit, just because we don't seem to have a full chemistry. Right, we go like that. Take out a 78. Put him as goalkeeper. Whack you there. you there, and Bob's your uncle. Perfect. So there's the first one. So for instance, again, we then have less duplicates to use. We do have an Ansu Fati as well. Really didn't mean to do that. We do have an Ansu Fati to give up as well. I didn't even see him. So we used 289s. We could have actually used Ansu Fati instead. So then we move on to the next one. And I think this SBC for me is it's just a goldmine for cards, honestly. If you've got enough fodder to do a couple of these, you're going to have a team that's actually really nice to use, even if you haven't necessarily grinded the game for the entirety. So we go with Ansu Fati. Where is he? We've got so many high rated cards. I'm just waiting for that duplicate icon SBC to come out. And again, we've got 88 Handanovic, and as you can see, we're absolutely stocked with gold rares, which is fantastic. But the whole purpose of this is to try and utilize the pack to then not have to use all of the rest of your fodder, and then that can be for SBCs. So again, if we go with the gold commons that we've got, and I'd suggest just going out and bidding on a lot of them. Bid 400, bid 450. At the moment, they are absolute skyrocket in price, so I would always be kind of recommending to bid on them rather than actually going out and buy now in them. So this, for instance, we do actually need a team of the season for this one. We did have an 88 Gnabry, which we will use, or in fact, we'll use this guy just because he is extra to the club, and hopefully, we can't do it, so we're going to have to use another rare. We haven't got no 75s. And again, go and look at the commons. You want to be looking at the higher rated ones if possible. Let's just have a look at UCLs, just in case we've got a couple of the higher rated ones. I know we're going to have a few here. We will tend to keep them just in case we need them for the next objective. And I know obviously we've got a few low rated golds, but I'm going to show you obviously with the packs that you do get back that obviously you can almost put some more high rated fodder in there. I knew that would give me that. So let's go ahead and whack a 76 in. Perfect. Right then, this one should be a little bit easier. It's only 40 chem. Again, you just like kind of look at your positions. I know we have another Dutch player on the bench, so we're going to swap him out for the Villa player if we can get to there. That already takes me to there. Put the goalkeeper in. That's 36. We go and whack the right wing in there. We've got to get 83. Oh, okay, we didn't get 83. That is fair enough. Let's have a quick look at these gold rares then. So the next one up is another team of the season, and it's 87. So that particularly one, low to high, and I'm just kind of showing you. I know this part may not be the most interesting for you, but I thought it's always nice to see the process of it, to see how an SBC is done, what I kind of use, how I utilize my club for this, and I would literally just be grinding out as much as you can in terms of your commons. So that's there. Perfect. There's another set done, and again we get another pack, so we can actually start opening them now because we have got rid of the dupes, and that's always going to be the first issue. So the best thing about these 5 SBCs is there's gold cards, absolutely loads of gold cards within them. You'll get commons, you'll get rares, potentially even a walkout or two. Sometimes it happens, we get a board here. You have 2 options. If you're running low on coins, obviously sell them. We get Trap, I believe it is. Oh no, we get Leno, even better. So obviously we can go ahead and use him into this SBC. He is an 85, or we go and make 8 to 9k. Absolutely perfect. For now, we're going to just keep him in the club. We'll have a look at these. Obviously, you've got plenty of kind of duplicates and stuff to use. I've not even seen that Tifu before. That's incredible. And obviously, we get 1,500 coins, which is always brilliant. And again, sometimes you can get walkouts. Sometimes you can get some big cards. It is just a matter of keep grinding with them, to be honest. I've seen people get icon from these, and that could just absolutely majorly go for your luck. So that's the first 2 done, the 2 hard ones. Now we've got the 82, 81 and 80, and I'm not going to make you sit through this because realistically we've got an 88, we've got a 92 left to use. And again, you then want to be using commons. For this 80, I would have potentially waited for any 87s and used them, and then obviously put commons around him. So we've got it done there. We have used 2 extra specials, or I think, yeah, 2 extra specials in one of the SBCs. Obviously, if you was to not want Lukaku either, you could have used him, and we have got a different way to obviously grind this in terms of the order. So we will have a look at that in a second, and I'll kind of then just brief overview everything. We've got another one finished so we can see what 2 look like in a row. Obviously, Lukaku and Kimmich in the first one, which are both 96s, which is just incredible. And again, like I said, the packs sometimes can pay out. You get 5 packs in total. Every single common is incredible. Hopefully you get 80, 81 rated commons. 78s will absolutely do. Otherwise, obviously look at the silvers. Everything is tradable, and I would suggest just making them extra little bit of profit, because literally you manage to get like, what, say a K each pack for silvers. That's an extra 2 or 3 kind of commons that you can obviously go get, and that can help you with obviously the SBC. Some packs will obviously be better than others, but that is just the look of the draw. So the next 87 times 10, what can we find from these? And I guarantee we do a lot of these. Normally it should always be team of the season if you are opening on console, and we get German. Okay, this is going to be a different one. So we didn't get the 96, but we get a 93 on the base. Obviously there can be a lot of 92s, a lot of 91s. I can imagine there is some real poor ones, and I think the poorer ones will hit you harder. So here we go. Let's say, to be honest, actually, we got 2 93s, 2 91s, two 89s, and 4 87s. Again, not the greatest, but we can move with it. Obviously, it's so weird seeing Aguero in a Barcelona badge. But for instance, so what I would suggest with this, so for instance, we've got the 3 team of the seasons here. They can probably go into the 84. Then you've got the Biglia that can go into the 83. I would suggest maybe 1 or 2 of these going into the 80, then 2 of these going into the 82, and then obviously you've got 2 left over. With this pack, obviously I'm quite happy to give all of it away, because obviously we don't really have a player that we want. That's normally what I do. If there is a player that you want, you sacrifice using all 10 to then put it back into it. So again, we'll just go straight to the SBC. We'll then go and have a look and see, have we got enough commons? We'll go to our transfer target list. We'll say, oh, okay, we got these ones. Let's whack these in. And then obviously we can go grind the game a bit more. So realistically, that is going to be your best way to do it, is literally buying the commons. Then I'd say trying to do 1 just in general with your club, because then you can start the grind. Then pick a player. If you want a player out of the pack, take him out. That's who you want. You keep him in your club. You don't send him. If you get a pack like that one, you don't really want anybody in it. Full send it all back in. It will make it a hell of a lot cheaper. Use your commons, use the packs, and just keep grinding with it. It should be quite simple. If you've got any questions, leave it down below. Make sure to like and subscribe on this video. It helps the channel grow, and I'll see you all for the next one. Pieces.